The most recent homicide on San Pedro occurred in the early hours of this morning, approximately 4 miles away from the center of town, near the southernmost point of the island. Tour guide 28-year-old Felix Alamia, Edgar Obando, and a third male person are caretakers of this luxury rental house. But around 6 a.m., Alamia's common-law wife entered the house and stabbed him several times as he slept on this red sofa.
At this time, the investigation is showing the stabbing incident. We received information about 6:50 this morning at the station. A male person visited the station and reported that his friend was stabbed and was transported to a private clinic in San Pedro town. Right, the investigation is saying that about 5 a.m. on this morning, on today's date, the deceased, he was sleeping at this building that he is the caretaker of this building. He was here when he was attacked by his Kamala, who is now a suspect in this investigation.
Was a male person alone at the time?
No, he was not alone. There is another person that was with him. At this time, we definitely won't disclose that information not as yet, because we want to follow up the investigation to see if this person is a suspect or this person is a witness.
Obando, who says that Alamia was like a brother to him, told News 5 that they were socializing at the house and fell asleep. He left around 5 a.m., just an hour before Alamia was mortally wounded.
What happened, I was here like 5 in the morning. I took out because I had to go to my other work. So by the time I got there, I was coming back in my way. I saw him coming with the golf cart, but he was already injured.
What are they saying happened?
They said that his wife just come and attack him, and meanwhile he was sleeping. He just jump and start, stabbing. We have passed a lot of things together, and his wife is someone that all the time when we were drinking, she's bugging me to let her tell him where is him, right? And I'm a guy that I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna try to keep it up to me and stay away of trouble, If that's their problem, they have to find out themselves,
While a motive has not been ascertained, police say that 36-year-old Annabel Cumul, a Mexican national of Otonpi Blanco, Chetumal, Mexico, turned herself into police and gave a caution statement on what she had done.
Right, based on the information we received, police conducted a further investigation, and she was taken to the station where right now she is detained.
We understand that she was nabbed trying to leave the island.
That investigation I cannot confirm because I was at the clinic, and then we had a team of a search party. So I believe sir, that the information is almost accurate.
Sir, has the murder weapon been recovered?
At this time, we have a couple knives. We believe we'll look at it and we'll see if any one of them would be the weapon of choice. No? All right, my investigation is showing that the deceased apparently went out for about a day or two, and I believe that created rage in some farm with the suspect at this time, and I believe that was the motive.
What could have triggered her to even go to this point and taking the life of your brother?
I'm not quite sure, but I know she was going into a situation. Her dad is dying, and probably all of that could get into her mind or something that to let her do something like that, So probably she wasn't thinking that right, You
think if you were here, this could have been different?
Totally, this was going to be totally different. Something like this won't be able to happen.
An ailing Alamia was rushed to other medical facilities on the island before he ended up here at the San Carlos Medical Center. Despite all efforts by Dr. Giovanni Solorzano, Alamia had hemorrhaged extensively and took his last breath inside the private clinic.
The first visible injury was a very small minor cut on his head, which was very small. I mean, less than, what can I say, 3 centimeters in diameter, very small. Then the second one was the one right on his chest, which was right above the the chest, right above the heart area, and that was about 1 inch in diameter. It was obvious that he bled from that wound as well, but not excessively, because it didn't seem to be too deep. The one that I was the most concerned about was the one that was on his left lower extremity or left leg, and it was obvious that this is the one that he bled the most. So, in my humble opinion, the patient bled to death. When the patient was brought in from the outside into the clinic, he was basically doing his last breath. He had already bled to death on the way from down the south all the way into town. Because if you can see the outside of the clinic, there is no blood, not even the entrance, the door, the street, clean. So he was basically just on his last breath when he was brought into the clinic.
This afternoon, while processing the scene, police detained a man who it is believed contaminated the crime scene when he washed away the blood stains at the site of the murder. Dwayne Moody.